Hey guys, so today I want to go over some of the extra stuff I use for Weiss. Things like deck boxes and, well, small deck boxes I should say, and then the big deck box holders and card sleeves and other boxes and bags and mats and all that etc. stuff. Just to go over some of the things that I use and the things that I like to use to carry my stuff around or to protect my stuff. So we'll start with the deck boxes, like these ones. So these are pretty generic, like the Bushy Road style. You know, lay down the cards in there. Little Velcros. Most of them have these little Velcro dots on them, you can see. Just like that. And then some of them, the ones that come in usually cases, come with this little lip. Folds right up, and you fold it right back. And these will hold like, this one holds a 50 double sleeved deck. I pushed in there. Most of them, yeah, they'll all hold 50 double sleeved, especially these bigger ones here. That's 50 double sleeved as well. That fits nice and tight. This one actually, this little Busters one is actually a lot bigger. I can probably fit like 75 double sleeved in here, you know, if I were to push it a little bit. But of course, being 50 card decks, I don't have to worry about that. And of course, the last one, Sabbath of the Witch, that's also 50 double sleeved cards, and that's pretty tight. I could fit a few more if I needed to, but don't want to push it. That's what I carry most of my, well, my main decks in. Just these. These are pretty safe. I mean, you know, obviously if you drop them, something's going to get dented, a little bit beat up, but of course I carry everything in a bag, so I never really had to worry about dropping anything per se, unless I drop the entire bag, which then I'm more worried about the bag getting beat up and scuffed up and dirty. As far as sleeves, I'll either use Dragon Shields. Now, these say purple mats, but inside of here I have like some pink ones that I pushed in there. If I'm sleeving up a trial deck, I usually just use good old Dragon Shields, like $6 a box or something like that. I think $6-7 a box. Any decks that I'm taking to tournaments, or if I'm taking like anywhere that isn't just a trial deck, normally I use Bushy Road sleeves. So either, you know, there's one I have, and there's two more I have. These are, you know, from Japan, Bushy Road sleeves. They usually come in packs of like 65-ish, so they're enough to sleeve up a whole deck with a couple extras in case, you know, some rip, or, you know, some come out of the package and the picture's peeling off a little bit in the corner, etc., etc. And if I'm double sleeving, I'm either going to double sleeve in or out, which is really difficult for some people. They can't really make the decision if they'd rather double sleeve and have an art sleeve be exposed on the outside, or if they rather double sleeve and have the art sleeve covered. So if you're going to double sleeve with like a Dragon Shield, you'll always want to sleeve with a perfect size inner sleeve. I tend to use these ones, the KMC perfect size. They're the best. I've used some of the other ones, and these just have the most consistency in my mind. The bottom of the card doesn't slide out and leave open, you know, for water or anything to get in case you were to spill, you know, an entire 2 liter of tea or soda or whatever, you know, on your play area while you're playing. This would protect from that. And of course, if you're using a Bushy Road style sleeve with art on it, and you want to protect the art, which is what I usually do, I buy these. I buy these matte and clear CSGs, which are the character sleeve guards. And they're really good. I'm going to open this pack up actually real quick. I think so. And these are great for art sleeves. They're actually smooth on one side, so this side, it'll be hard to see, but it's nice and smooth. And on the other side, it's going to be, you can hear that, it has like a, almost like a snow, I guess we call it like snowy and kind of rough, a little bit, just to cover the art a little bit and protect it. It gives a little bit of protection, and the side is obviously clear to, you know, because you need to read things like card text. So when looking at a deck like my, you know, mono red deck, is this my mono red? No, this is not. This is yellow green Yamicon. So my yellow green deck here, I have with the Mekon sleeves, but I have it with the art protective sleeves because I rather have the top open, which, I mean, there's a better chance that things are going to get in there if I spill or whatever, it rains or something like that. If I have my bag open and it rains, this card is going to get wet most likely. You know, if it's, let's say it's not in this box and it's just sitting in there open, this is going to get wet. You know, being in this box obviously is going to protect it, but having the open lip isn't great. But I'd rather have the art protected than have like the shuffle feel, and just the art sleeves tend to stick together. They don't have a good shuffle feel. They tend to just mash together in like a really weird way. I don't like the way it feels. So I like to buy these matte and clear little, art sleeve protectors, which I'll link. They're you can get them on Amazon. I'll link it down in the description, like $7-ish a piece for those. And then they come with 60. Did it say? How many does it say? 60 pieces. Yeah. So it comes with 60 of them, and of course the inner sleeves. The KMCs come with 100 pieces. The Bushy Road is, your mileage will vary, usually 65, and Dragon Shield, you always get 100. I use mattes. I prefer matte sleeves. They have a way better shuffle feel than things like the, silky art sleeves tend to have. Now, if I'm transporting something that really needs to be super ultra protected, like a really expensive deck or expensive set of, I don't know, magic cards or something like that, which I'm moving out of actually, Ultra Pro Satin Towers are always my go-to. I mean, they're great. They have a little dice tray on the bottom. They have a nice heavy open, a lot of space in there, easily holds 100 double sleeve cards, and it just really has a really tight fit. You can drop this in a pond, you gotta go fish it out, it's gonna be most likely be fine, especially if your cards are double sleeved in there, and if they're inner sleeved, so this inner sleeve isn't upside down and etc. This is only if I really need to move like super valuable cards. These decks, some of these are expensive, the Weiss ones I have, but obviously, Magic decks can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars easily. So this is more for super protection to go in your bag. Now, as far as moving these smaller deck boxes here, these little ones I get, these Bushy Road ones, I use a Bushy Road, like, big style deck carrier. And this is easy. They're usually just cardboard. You just, you get them and they're flat and you just fold them all up and whatever. And then I just pop these in there. I have a very oddly specific order these have to go in, and the text has to face a certain way because I'm crazy. So this one's actually backwards. There we go. And goes that way, and that one goes in. There. Isn't that just great? And I got the flip one around because it's gonna bother me. And then so they fit; these four fit in there perfectly. Fold that up, and it's good to go. I like these a lot. I got a couple of these now. I have another one over here. Just take those off of there. The Chino from Is Yoda a Rabbit, and this one, since I don't have any more deck boxes, I just put other stuff in. I have a couple more character card sleeves, for select the decks that I'm building and other stuff, and then I have another like half-filled pack of Dragon Shields, things like that. So I'll just like stuff all this stuff back in there while I have it open. And I like these a lot. These fit really well. Oh, got that in there. They seem to fit everything really well, and they're compact. They're decent quality. Now, I do it more for the art than for the amount of protection they give. These, if you drop them, they're going to dent and they're going to ding, but I think they're really cool. They have a lot of cute, like the text is nice, the art is nice on the sides, and I just enjoy that a lot. I enjoy both of these boxes a lot, and I have a few more coming for other decks that I'm building and other deck boxes. As far as mats, I tend to use only the Weiss Schwarz branded ones, since if you're going to a tournament, they're going to want to use like a branded mat, one that specifically has these dimensions. It doesn't have to have all these fields in it and all that, but they want you to have these exact dimensions. They don't want you using oversized or gigantic desk mats or any of that kind of thing. So this is just one of the couple that I have. So my Miku one, I have some Love Live ones, and I kind of like having these zones here. It's just a reminder. It always keeps me thinking like, oh, I have to put this here. It just keeps me in line. And as far as binders for holding cards, this is the one I use right now. Ultra Pro 9 has the 9-sleeve binder, acid and PVC free, so you don't have to worry about your cards. If you put them in there without sleeves, they're not going to get acid corrosion or any of that crazy stuff that people are always worried about when storing cards, because a lot of these cards do have value. And I'll just flip through, and it's mostly just Love Live stuff and a couple other things from booster boxes I've opened. The 2 Love Rue rares, a couple of old Miku cards I have over here, and then some Japanese Doka, and then of course the Love Live Sunshine, all the Sunshine cards from the deck I'm building currently. And then I have in the back, I have Precious Memories. Too bad this is a dead card game, as they say. It's a shame, but obviously the glare is going to stop you guys probably from seeing most of that, but it's just, it's a good binder. My shop has this for like $6. it was good. I had, a classic 3-ring binder, but it didn't offer the same just ease in and out. I like the side-loading pockets a lot. I'm a huge fan of side-loading pockets. And of course, I sleeve these all up before I put them in, just as an extra added layer of protection. And as far as storing bulk, this isn't an option for everybody, but since I have a couple of these Meister sets laying around, I just tend to throw all of my Weiss bulk in here. Commons, uncommons, climaxes. I'll never touch most of this again. Maybe some of the uncommons and a couple of the climaxes. If I'm changing the deck around, maybe I can use a few of these. But that's just where I tend to put the bulk, because I have it laying around and it's really, really easy to just throw cards in. Really heavy, that was really, really heavy. That was an ugly noise. So, probably tomorrow, I'll be going over the deck I'm going to be using for the tournament in Newark coming up this weekend. And I'll be going over Yellow-Green Yamicon, which I just finished today. And I'll soon be going over, hopefully if the deal goes through, I'll be going over Blue-Red Japanese Meta Rabbits in the coming weeks. And maybe my Sunshine deck, if I can get that finished in the next week or two. So I hope you all look forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.